So today I wanted to talk to you about something that I've done quite a bit of that I haven't brought to this channel before, and that's song parodies. It's something that I've been trying to figure out how to approach in a video because I don't know that, I know like some people do like whispered song and stuff like that, and I don't really consider myself to be that good at singing and stuff, but it's something that I really enjoy doing, and that's just both because it's like kind of a humor thing and also writing and also involves, you know, obviously music, and I mean, who doesn't love music, right? So I figured I would talk a little bit about, I guess, tips and just simple little things that I do, and ways that I look at things that can make it a little bit easier, because I know this has been, well, it's been a big thing since YouTube's become huge. Everyone does song parodies of everything nowadays, and it's actually not that difficult if you put a little bit of thought and effort into it. So the first thing is, normally people will, you know, think of a song to parody and then come up with something to fit it, and that usually works all well and good. Picking out your song can be, you know, the make or break of this. You may pick out a song that you really want to make fun of, but if it's not built in a way that makes it easy to parody, it could be really difficult. A lot of pop songs can be easy to parody just because they are, I guess, really simple. They have, you know, the same like chorus verse format with the bridge, simple rhyme scheme, repetitive lines, stuff like that. So that can be really easily done, but more complex songs, you know, like I wouldn't try to parody Bohemian Rhapsody, it just would be way too much. But a top 40 pop song, usually simple enough. Some songs will lend themselves to certain parodies or certain types of parodies depending on the bits, and I'll give you examples of stuff I've come up with and played with myself. Other times, you know, you may have to think about what you want to write about. Sometimes I'll come up with one line and then write the full rest of the parody based off of that line, and a lot of the times I'll end up having to do a lot of research into what it is that I'm writing about, particularly if it's not, you know, in my area of expertise. So, you know, if I wanted to write a song parody about, let's see, I guess, like, theoretical physics, or I'm thinking of something that's just way out of my, you know, or, you know, about outer space. If I wanted to write a song parody and make it about, like, Pluto not becoming a planet, that's a good, you know, distinct topic that you could write a song parody about. Writing about outer space could be a bit broad, and it could end up feeling like there's no topic unless you decide to take it somewhere. But if you write, say, a parody about Pluto becoming a planet, you know, now I have to look into the specifics. I have to look into why is Pluto no longer a planet? What are other planets? What are other dwarf planets that exist? It really helps to carry around like a little notebook, because then you can sort of just have like a little tiny one that fits in my purse really nicely. And so, like, I've written quotes and ideas and stuff in this. So, I guess, going off of the idea of Pluto becoming a planet, I guess that would be kind of hard, because, like, what rhymes with dwarf planet? Right, so that might be a little bit difficult. Sometimes you need to switch the words around so that harder to rhyme words aren't at the end of the line. So you wouldn't have a line that ends with dwarf planet, You would say, you know, dwarf planet something something something, and then have the word end with something that's easier to rhyme. Or, you know, you would probably have a lot of lines that end with stuff like, you know, stars, stars and Mars, that's a really obvious one, moon and soon, stuff like that. Let's see, let me pull out an example of one that I have written myself. So one of the simpler ones that I wrote when I was in college, I was eating a lot of Greek food, and I wrote holding out for a hero when I was really hungry and really wanted a hero. There was, when I was in college, there was a really good Greek place downtown that my friends and I would frequent, and so we would always go and get the heroes. And fun fact, authentic heroes, well, this is according to a friend of mine, actually, who has been to Greece, so secondhand knowledge, but apparently heroes normally have French fries in them. I don't remember what the actual Greek name for French fries is, but they have those in the hero. So there's like pita, there's the meat, there's the tzatziki sauce, there are all the vegetables, and then they will have French fries. Whereas less authentic ones do not. So that's a thing that I learned, that I actually put into this little song parody. So I need a hero, I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. It's gotta have meat, and it's gotta have fries, and it's gotta be fresh at first bite. Or, let's see, so the beginning, the first line of the song is, where have all the good men gone, and where are all the gods? Which I changed to, where has all the Greek food gone, and where are the kebabs? Right off the bat, you know what this song is about. It's about Greek food, and yeah. Then when I hit the line, I need a hero, is when you know what it's actually about, which, I mean, if you know the song, you can probably figure it out, because I need a hero is the same, not much has changed. Also in this one, I didn't end up changing very much of the lyrics unless I had to. Some people prefer to do it that way, to make it more obvious what song they're parodying, particularly if you're trying to make fun of a song. So, in this case, it ends up coming across like I'm making fun of the original song, I Need a Hero, which I guess I kind of am. But that's a little bit different from this other song that I wrote a little bit on, which is called Sail by AWOL Nation, or as people who don't know what it's actually called will call it, Blame It on the ADD. And this is another example of the song is really repetitive. It says, you know, the same, it says blame it on the ADD over and over again. It says sail over and over again. So if you come up with two bits that are crucial enough and, you know, linked, that match that sort of pattern, then the rest is just, you know, couplets, essentially. So it becomes really easy to parody, and because of that, a friend and I have actually come up with a few different parody versions of this song. I think the only full version is, so my friend told me how he thought that the line was blame it on the ATP the first time he had heard it, and I wanted to come up with a parody off of this. This is, by the way, another good example is misheard lyrics can make really good parodies sometimes. So instead of saying sail over and over again in the background, you would say sell. For those who don't know, ATP is like cellular energy, basically. I could do a video on explaining cellular respiration and stuff like that at some point in the future, but for now, that's basically all you need to know. so cellular respiration, ATP is adenosine triphosphate, so adenosine and then 3 phosphate particles. So, this is actually ridiculously niche, but that's kind of how some of my parodies end up being, just because of, like, the stuff that I talk about with my friends. So, for those who both know Sail by AWOL Nation and are familiar with cellular respiration, you will get something out of this. I am sorry to those of you who do not, but, so it goes. This is how I respirate. I need a couple of phosphates. I blame it on my ATP, baby. Cell. Da 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 da. And basically a bunch of bits like that. So as you can see, that was only actually 2 lines. And then blame it on the ATP, baby. So, again, then 2 more lines, blame it on the ATP, saying cell a lot, and then at the end, it's just them, in the original song, it's them saying sail, and then la 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 la, la 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 la, which I changed to mitochondria, mitochondria, because that's the part of the cell where this cellular respiration takes place. So, yeah, that's how I ended up constructing it. And again, I ended up looking up a lot of things. Wikipedia is really good for this. You can just, like, find any keywords that are really important to the concept that you're looking up. So, there is a line that says, maybe this will sound morose, but maybe I should apoptose. And apoptosis is basically when a cell is ready to die, and it's essentially cell suicide. And I came up with that line after, there's a line in the original song that goes, maybe I should cry for help, maybe I should kill myself. So it's, you know, the cellular version. The songs are actually kind of the same thing. From the way that this version is written, it sounds like it's a cell that is going crazy, which I think is kind of a funny concept. Reminds me kind of Osmosis Jones or something like that, but, anyway. So, obviously I had to, like, look up, the, apoptosis, if I hadn't known that already, or, this is how I respirate, need a couple of phosphates. Not very easy things to rhyme. So, coming up with rhymes, and I guess I kind of lucked out that respirate rhymes with phosphate and they're related, but, it also helps that if you're, writing about science tends to rhyme with other science. So if you're writing about something scientific, you might luck out in that sense. Another couplet that I have is, too much protein synthesis, so much exocytosis. It's really just, they both end in cis. But it's because, Latin-based science words rhyme with each other. So, let me see. Those are 2 pretty different examples. Like in the first one, Holding Out for a Hero, it's very obvious. I'm making fun of this song. Not very many lines have changed, but just enough to get my idea across. In the second example, I've changed the whole thing, but the song is simple enough that I can write multiple parodies off of this one song. So another example is, my friend had come up with, I guess you would also be saying cell instead of sail, but this is, blame it on the ATT, so AT&T, which when the song was playing at an event that we were both at, and someone at this event dropped her phone and the battery fell out. And so his response was, "This is how you lose your phone. Now I've got no dial tone. Blame it on the ATT, baby." So clearly this is going to be an easier song to parody. If I tried to come up with another parody to "I Need a Hero," it would be quite a bit more difficult just because of the structure of the song. Not impossible. It is, you know, a pop song, and a lot of, especially old school pop songs, can be really easy. But it would be more difficult to write about something that wasn't right there in front of me, you know. So Holding Out for a Hero, it was obvious. Whereas for this one, Blame It on the ATP, or Blame It on the AT&T, or whatever else it is, you would kind of need to think about it a little bit more and do a little bit more research into stuff like that. I guess that's it. I hope this helps you out at least a little bit, for those of you who are interested in this kind of stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.